Hello my fiery friends, welcome to another awesome fiery fun stream. I'm your host the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, whether you're here in the States or if we're around the world, just as a friendly reminder, in a couple days we will be celebrating Halloween here where I'm at. So, I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we're going to have a little bit of fun with that if we can get, of course, maybe a stream to go off. But until then, just in case if things don't work out in my favor, we're going to throw off, of course, a little bit early on and celebrate the holiday with today's deck tech. So what deck are we trying to play today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's jump into it right now and explain to you exactly what we're going to be rocking today. Oh, there we are. Hold on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we are. Awesome. Excuse me, everybody. But without further ado, join me today in the Brawl format for a deck that I actually kind of partially ignored about a year ago. When Duskmourn came out, we didn't get a chance to actually play with this commander, but a lot has changed again since then. So now we're actually going to try to see if we can make it work today. So it's going to be Marina Vendrell piloting a 5-color room deck. This is the Haunted Mansion. So, as always, before we get started, we'd just like to remind you, everybody, that again, how this works. We'll go over the stats of the deck really briefly. We'll go over every single card in the deck. We'll then play as many matches as we can on a budget here in the first half of the stream. And in the second half of the stream, we'll upgrade the deck to see how much more stronger we can make the deck once we invest a little bit more into it. So, let's go ahead, let's talk about the stats. Long-term viewers of the channel know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, our Haunted Mansion deck today, again, 5-color deck. Going to be all Woodward colors. We'll be rocking an average mana curve about 0.3. Wait. Hold on. Wait, why is the thing all off to the side there? That's kind of awkward how it's off-centered, but sorry. My OCD right there, anybody. But in any case, so we have all 5 colors. We'll be rocking a total of 24 creatures in the deck. We have 6 instants, 7 sorceries, 2 artifacts, 31 enchantments, and 37 lands. So, as I mentioned earlier, the card came out from Duskmourn about a year ago, but we actually never took the time to sit there and actually build around this for the Brawl format. So I figured, you know what, let's actually take a quick trip backwards and let's give it a shot to see how really well it does. I actually do like the room mechanic with enchantments, but we never really got a chance to play with it too much just because, I mean, I made a deck tech for it about over a year ago. That was mostly it. We didn't really kind of chance to play around with it too much. But in any case, with Marina Vendrell here is going to be leading this deck. Let's talk about her briefly here. So our commander, 5-color, all Wooburg, 3/5 human warlock. This legendary creature, when it enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand and the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. And you simply just tap her as her ability to lock or unlock a door of a target room you control. However, you can only activate that at sorcery speed. So in other words, this is literally just, I know some people are probably, and we're getting to a point now where I know this is getting a little boring with how Wizards designs these cards, but obviously this is going to be the default for the, of course, rooms. So if you do like rooms, this is literally going to be your commander for that. A person that does stuff. Hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today on the chat. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. What's the difference between Brawl and other formats? Okay, good question, by the way. Well, I think the simplest way to answer that is just think of this kind of like Commander, but it's one-on-one. I think that's probably the simplest way of explaining it. Granted, of course, our card pool is way far smaller than real Commander. But again, I mean, it kind of fills in the gap if you're a person that just wants to get that 100-card singleton itch. So this is probably, again, this is the best we can do. I do know that based on what speculation, at some point, Wizards does want to try to do it. Let's be real here. I know they definitely want to try to find a way to make Commander work in Arena. I have no idea how they're going to make that work because sometimes this client poops out a lot. But hopefully in the future, if they do manage to make it work, I would love to start converting some older decks that we have that are specifically focused on Brawl for 1v1 into full-on Commander decks, which actually will be hilariously fun when that day comes. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions about anything. All right, so now that we have an idea of what Marina is trying to do, we're just going to throw out all the room enchantments ASAP. Use her simple ability. Thankfully, it is free, but you just have to still tap her. So we tap her to unlock rooms. So the other way to make this work and try to get the best value out of the deck is all we just want to do is we'll then usually cast our rooms on the cheaper side when available, and then use her ability to unlock the rooms for free without having to pay a stupid amount. So, for example, if we were to say put out, oh, I don't know, let's say at we have restricted office. So pay the forge side of the restricted office. Then use her ability here with Marina to tap, and then you actually don't have to pay the 7 mana to unlock the lecture hall. So that actually is really what you want to do with the deck. That's what you want to get the most value out of. There are going to be some moments, though, where actually you want to lock rooms to utilize their abilities again and again. So an example of this is Surgical Suite. That actually would be a good one where you can lock it again and then unlock it, just again to get that value of bringing back creatures with a mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's a nice example for that. All right, so now that you kind of have an idea of how that's going to work, let's now go over really briefly all of the cards. So brace yourselves. This might actually take a moment here. Okay, so starting at the top here, Optimistic Scavenger with the Eerie ability from Duskmourn here. Anytime an enchantment you control enters, and anytime you unlock a room, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. For removal, we have Swords of Plowshares. Thankfully, ever since we had Final Fantasy, this now finally is actually no longer a rare, so you can actually now afford this in budget decks. Communion with Spirits here. Dig 4 cards deep, pull out either a land card or an enchantment card and put it into our hand. In the 2-drop slot, we'll have Michiko's Reign of Truth, one of our few non-room enchantments here, but it's actually a really good saga for us because this will give a creature +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and or enchantment we control. Flip it on part 3 to make the Portrait of Michiko, so that way you can get +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment we control. So again, good beatdown creature at any point in the game. We have some spot removal with cards like Ossification here, exiling either creatures or planeswalkers. Sheltered by Ghosts, arguably one of the best spot removal cards you can get in an entire game at this point. Wow, I mean, this card just does a lot, actually, and gives you a lot of bonuses, literally for only just 2 mana. Pretty good card. Starfield Mystic here, one of our few rares in the deck. Enchantment spells we cast will cost 1 less to cast, and anytime an enchantment we control is put into the graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. Ideally, this works better for Saga decks, but again, we also are enchantments in general, so we just want that bonus. Creeping Peeper here. You can tap it for blue, but however, you can only use it to unlock doors and cast enchantment spells. Negate here is going to be one of our few counter spells in the deck, along with Get Out here. So non-creature spells for Negate, Get Out counters creatures or enchantment spells, or you can use it to bring back creatures or enchantments back to our hand to just fix and save stuff. Balemerc Leech here with Eerie. Whenever an enchantment we control enters, or anytime we unlock a room, we'll make an opponent lose 1 life. Destiny Spinner here makes all of our creatures and enchantment spells we control uncounterable, so good for us. Secondary ability allows us to turn any one of our lands into an XX elemental creature with trample and haste, based on how many lands we have. Newfound Adventure here, /Farseek, is again here for ramping purposes, along with cards like Into the North and Rampant Growth. We'll have Gremlin Tamer here. Anytime an enchantment we control enters, anytime we unlock a room, we get to create a Gremlin token. So this can help us slightly go wide. It is going to a little bit on the slow side, but that value, of course, will build up as the game progresses. We have Inquisitive Glimmer here, similar to the Starfield Mystic. Enchantment spells we control will cost 1 less to cast, and unlocking rooms will also cost 1 less to cast. Fracture here is going to be our catch-all for Artifact, Enchantment, and Planeswalker Hate. We have Skull Snap Nuisance here, Insect Skeleton with Eerie. Anytime an enchantment we control enters, anytime you unlock a room, Surveil 1. Junkai Naturalist here, also going to help us just cheapen our rooms here. You'll notice that, again, a lot of our rooms kind of feel like they're going to be 2-for-1 spells, which is nice because we get more value, but also that means we're going to be spending a lot of mana. So that's why we have a lot of these cards in here that want to make sure that we cheapen the cost of our enchantments. Sithis Harvest Hand. Obviously, even at budget level, this is pretty solid for us, so you definitely want to get a copy of this. Anytime you cast an enchantment, a spell, gain 1 life, and draw a card. Helps us, of course, just churn through our deck. We are a 5-color deck. We want to make sure we can hit everything we need as fast as possible, so for mana fixing, Arcane Signet's perfect, along with Ornithopter of Paradise. In the 3-drop slot here, we have Moonblessed Cleric here. When this creature enters, we get to dig for an enchantment card and put it into our hand, so this can help us pull out any room card we need. Starheim Courser here, another card that can give us artifact and enchantment spells 1 less to cast, so great for us to cheapen the cost. Entity Tracker here with Flash also has Eerie. Anytime we have an enchantment enter, anytime we unlock a room, draw a card. Fear of Imposters here. This is an enchantment creature, Nightmare. It has Flash, and when it enters, you counter a spell. And then, of course, our opponent has to manifest Dread. We usually don't want them to manifest Dread for value, but again, it is an enchantment, so it goes well with the deck. Sink into Stupor here can either be a land in a pinch, or use it to just bounce back a spell back to an opponent's hand. Balaged Recovery here, same thing, it can be a tap land, or you can use it just to bring back a card from our graveyard to our hand. Nexus Wardens here with Constellation. So this is the older mechanic from the Theros region. So with Constellation, anytime an enchantment we control enters, in this case, we gain some life. Setessan Champion here also has Constellation. Anytime an enchantment enters, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature and draw a card. Spelunking here, since we are a 5-color deck and we also don't want to get too screwed on mana here, this is going to be great for us. It's an enchantment, it enters, we draw a card, put a land card onto the battlefield. If it was a cave, we gain 4 life. We obviously don't have any caves, so that doesn't matter, but realistically, we want the other ability. Lands we control enter untapped, so this is great for us. Victor Valgavoth Scanel is going to be a Orzhov 3/3 human warlock with Eerie. Anytime an enchantment we control enters, anytime we unlock a room, Surveil 2 if it's the first time the ability resolves. If it's the second time it resolves, an opponent has to discard a card. If it's the third time this resolves, put a creature card from our graveyard onto the battlefield. So again, very rare to trigger off all three, but it is good value if we can make it work. Eutropia, the twice favored here, is going to be a Simic 2/2 human wizard. It's Constellation. Anytime an enchantment we control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and give it flying. So it can be good for us for evasion purposes. In the 4-drop side here, we have Witch Enchanter here. Either again, it's a land, or you can just use it to blow up an enchantment or an artifact an opponent controls. Archon Sun's Grace, along with cards such as we mentioned earlier, Gremlin Tamer, another way to help us kind of go wide. We don't have that many creatures that actually want to die, so we just try to find a way to chump block where we can. Anytime an enchantment enters, create a Pegasus token. As long as we have, as long as we have the Archon out, Pegasus creatures we control will have lifelink. Ghostly Keybearer here, 4 mana spirit with flying. Whenever this creature deals combat damage, unlock a locked room up to 1 target room we control. So again, another easy way for us to unlock rooms. And of course, we want to have at least some kind of spot removal, but in this case, we'll be utilizing Supreme Verdict as our Mass Wrath effect, just to kind of keep the board under control. Okay, so that's pretty much all the support cards for the rooms. Now the actual real part, which is, of course, all the room cards. We're going to cover this as fast as we can, because again, every card feels like it's, again, 2-for-1s. So, here we go. All right, so we have here Grand Entryway and Elegant Rotunda. One half, you unlock, create a 1/1 Glimmer creature token. On the second half, the Rotunda, whenever you unlock the door, put a +1/+1 counter on each of 2 target creatures. Underwater Tunnel here for 1, you can unlock the door and Surveil 2. On Slimy Aquarium here for 4, unlock the door, Manifest Dread, and put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. Defiled Crypt, 1 half, you would then unlock and then create a 2/2 black horror enchantment creature token, but you can only trigger it once. Cadaver Lab, unlock it and then bring back a creature card from our graveyard to our hand. Painter Studio here, 3 mana, room. When you unlock it, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You have until the end of your next turn to play them. Deface Gallery side, when you unlock attacking creatures we control, get +1/+0 until end of turn. We also are going to have here Fast and Furious, 1 half, discard card, and then draw 2 cards. Or Furious for 5 mana, 3 damage to each creature without flying. Surgical Sweet side, when this room unlocks, bring back a creature card from mana value of 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. Hospital Room, when you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on an attacking creature. We have Bottomless Pool here, 1 mana, unlock the door, bounce back 1 creature card to its owner's hand. For 5 mana, unlock, when when 1 or more creatures we control deal combat damage, draw a card. Skyblast Samurai here has affinity for enchantment, so we'll get cheaper as we have more enchantments out. Dazzling Theater here, Enchantment Room. Creature spells you have Convoke when you unlock it. Prop Room side, untap each creature you control during each player's untap step. Brian Giant here also has affinity for enchantment, so we'll throw it in and it gets cheaper. Central Elevator here is one of actually we're going to slow down here for 1 second here. This is actually our key game-winning piece that can help us, of course, win the game. Central Elevator side for 3 mana. Unlock the room, search your library for a room card that has a different name than this one that we have, and put it into our hand. And Promising Stairs for 3 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. If we have 8 or more different rooms among unlocked doors of rooms we control, we can win the game. This is actually not that hard to pull off, but our opponents, will, of course, will see this coming a mile away. So just be aware of that when you do this. Oh, hold on 1 second. We had actually done someone else. Maidon Pai. To be honest, refreshing seeing these Woober commanders in my local game store. And it's always your dragon or Dragon and SpongeBob. I ain't joking. The original art isn't even being played. Wow. That many people are playing SpongeBob? I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of like the card's art, but it's also kind of disheartening to hear that most everybody that plays at LGSs are honestly just playing the most strongest stuff. Don't get me wrong. If that's how you want to play, if you want to play like 5-color dragon pile, go for it. I mean, we did play, what was it now? I think it was during, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here, but now I want to finish the story. What was it at? Oh yeah, that's right. So months ago, we actually did Tiamat from, was it D&D, but we used that one for Tarkir Dragonstorm on stream a couple months ago. It was cool, only just because, again, we didn't have Dragon, but even if we did, I don't know, it just feels a little, you're right, it feels a little just bleh, just because it just feels so boring. So I appreciate you for the compliment on that one. I actually think Marina is actually very powerful, but again, I do understand that because of how she's designed literally for just a room deck, she's going to feel very limiting, at least until we get more room cards in the future. So hopefully Wizards will go back to doing rooms again in the future, even if we don't do, say, for example, even if we don't do Duskmourn, I'm sure we will get something that'll, of course, make Marina better and better. I mean, that's really, she can only get better as time goes on. But anyway, we're going to, let's see, where was I at? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead. Let me see if I can try to wrap this up real quick. I will see that post in the chat in just a moment. So apologize on that one. All right, so we got, where are we at here? Derelict Attic side. With this room, unlock the door, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Widow's Walk. When a creature we control enters, it gets +1/+0 and death touch until end of turn. Greenhouse side. Lands we control have add 1 mana of any color. This is amazing for fixing for us on a budget. Rickety Gazebo here for 4 mana. Unlock this door, mill 4 cards, bring back 2 permanent cards from among them back to your hand. Smoky Lounge and Misty Saloon. Also, hopefully we'll get some more of these multicolored rooms in the future. Smoky Lounge side for 3 mana is going to be at the beginning of your first main phase. Add 2 red mana. Spend this, however, only to unlock room spells and doors. Misty Saloon for 4 mana. Unlock this door. Create a spirit token with flying where X is the number of unlocked doors among rooms we control. So this will get stronger as the game progresses. Roaring Furnace side we have for 2 mana. When you unlock the door, the room will deal damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to creature an opponent controls. And Steaming Sauna side for 5, we have no maximum hand size. And at the beginning of our end step, draw a card. To be honest, wait, Maiden No Pie. To be honest, I play Simic Draw combo with Laboratory Maniac. Those your players. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about Laboratory Maniac there. Drawing away until you get to the very end, and then when you draw your, or at least you would think you would deck out, Laboratory Maniac, of course, gets you a win for the game. I guess I would ask you that one. So you like Laboratory Maniac, though, Maiden, but... Oh, and Jace. But, be honest with me, do you play Thoracle? It's okay if you play Thassa's Oracle, I'm not going to lie. I do have it in one of my decks, but I know it kind of tilts people, so maybe I might throw that out and maybe put in Jace. It's in one of my Spellslinger decks that I have, like an actual paper itself. At some point, I really do need to actually sit down and record my actual paper decks, just to kind of give an idea like what I play. Wait, where was I at? Oh, that's right. Let me go ahead and finish up the deck, everybody, and then we can actually get to playing. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Dollmaker Shop, Porcelain Gallery. This was actually one of my favorite rooms that debuted last year when it came out. So Dollmaker Shop side, unlock it to make anytime we attack with a non-toy creature and adding a 1/1 white toy artifact creature token. For Porcelain Gallery side, creatures we control will have a base power and toughness equal to the number of creatures we control. This will of course make our army of creatures bigger and bigger. Meat Locker's side for 3 mana, unlock the door, tap 1 target creature and put 2 stun counters on it. For 5 mana, unlock the door, draw 3 cards and draw a card. Unholy Annex, probably the most prominent one currently that's actually even played the most here. Unholy Annex side, draw a card at the beginning of your end step. If we control a demon, we make an opponent lose 2 life. If we don't have a demon, we will lose 2 life. Ritual Chamber side for 5 mana, unlock the door and create a 6/6 demon with flying. Glassworks and Shattered Yard. For Glassworks side here, if you unlock the door, this room deals 4 damage to a creature an opponent controls. For 5 mana, at the beginning of your end step, deal 1 damage to each opponent. Ticket Booth and Tunnel of Hate. For Ticket Booth, when you unlock the door, manifest Dread. For 6 mana, Tunnel of Hate, anytime you attack, target attacking creature will get double strike until end of turn. Moldering Gym here for 3 mana, unlock this room, dig out a basic land and put it onto the battlefield. Weight Room for 6 mana, when you unlock the door, manifest Dread and put 3+1/+1 counters on the creature. Mirror Room here, one of the strongest ones we have in the deck. For 3 mana, Mirror Room. When you unlock the door, create a token that's a copy of creature you control, except it's a reflection in addition to its other types. And Fractured Realm for 7 mana. If a triggered ability of a permanent we control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. We have Charred Foyer here for 4 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile a top card of your library and you can play it. And Warped Space for 6 mana. Once during each turn, pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. And finally, the last room we have, Restricted Office for 4 mana. When you unlock the door, destroy all creatures with the power of 3 or greater. And Lecture Hall for 7 mana. Other permanents we control have hexproof. Whew, okay. Give me a break here for just seconds here, everyone. I'll finish up with the rooms in a second. Oh, and let me catch up with the chat real quick. 10,000 seconds. Hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us on the chat. Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. I missed it. What's the win con? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Okay, so again, for those of you that may have not had a chance to actually play with room decks from last year with Duskmourn coming out, it's going to be Central Elevator / Promising Stairs. So Promising Stairs is the win con for the deck. So if we can get this out, you win the game if there are 8 or more different names among unlocked doors of rooms we control. Thankfully, since we are a 5-color room / enchantment deck, this actually is not that hard to do. We do have quite a few cards in the deck that helps us dig out that card. So besides the Central Elevators way of digging it out, we have Moonblessed Cleric. That's going to be our main way of doing it. We can also kind of dig 4 cards deep with Commune with Spirits. Not too bad actually for a budget deck, but it actually does work. And it actually, we did have one example I kind of tested out a couple nights ago. I have a clip of that up on my on X, so that's actually up there. Where was I at here? Hold on 1 second. Excuse me, everybody. Okay. Oh, and then Maida no Pie. The deck simply plays those cards because you're trying to play my whole deck with Omniscience. Oh, okay. So you got Omniscience to kind of just poop out everything. But people scoop when I drop the combo, so yeah. Well, I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, once Omniscience comes down, unless if you can immediately answer it, it's game over. At that point, you pretty much will win the game. But again, kudos to you if you when you pull that off. I'm sure it's pretty consistent with the way you designed it. Okay, so before we get started, let me go ahead and wrap up the rest of the budget deck here. So, since we are on a budget, even at 5 color, you can still have a decent way of fixing and making sure this works on 5 colors. So we have 4 plains, 4 islands, 2 swamps, 2 mountains, 3 forests. We're going to be utilizing all of the tapped snowlands, because the reason for this is the way this is labeled, it's a snowland, but it also has the basic land types. And that's actually very important because that'll help us get out the cards faster with Farseek and into the north. So these are going to be a much bit easier way of digging out those lands. We'll then throw in, of course, all the utilities we can. Nomad Outpost, Frontier Bivouac, Sandstep Citadel, Mystic Monastery, and Opulent Palace for tapping, for fixing. We have Arid Archway here. So they can bounce back some of those modal lands to reuse them as spells. Command Tower, it's an absolute must for our 5 color deck. We have Demolition Field for non-basic land hate. And of course, our cheap fetches are going to be Escape Tunnel, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, and to a lesser degree, Volatile Vault. And that is the whole deck, everybody. So, I don't know if the Haunted Mansion can work on a budget. It does work pretty well when it is not being too janky. But let's go ahead, let's give it a shot today, everybody. Let's go ahead, let's take this now into the Brawl format. Let's see how well we can do. Whew, okay. Do apologize, everybody. I know it always takes me forever to go through the explanation of a Brawl / EDH / Commander deck, but I appreciate you all hearing me out for the whole thing. All right, let's see. Let's get our first game going today. And let me know how you're all doing today, everybody. Does anybody here have any plans in 2 days for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween? If you don't, that's cool too. I'd love to hear from you guys about that. Okay, in the meantime here, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got the Starfield Mystic. We do have an Arctic Tree Line to make everything cheaper. We just need our other colors, and we should be good to go here. Let's go ahead, let's keep this. Our opponent is playing Bayo, Irritable Instructor here. Oh, this is one of the Omen Path cards. Okay, it's going to be just mono red, huh? All right. Well, let's see. Let's see if we have what we can deal with here. Okay. Maidon. AC as commander plus Cultivator Colossus and any creature that double triggers land drops. It goes semi-infinite for budget. The Spelunking is going to be a real game changer. I'm going to go to a local game store for the event. I think the event was here. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that works out for you. That sounds absolutely brutal when you manage to have it go off. Let's try. Let's try Destiny Spinner first. I'm trying to bait our opponent. I'm sure they have burn spells they want to start hitting us with quick here. Okay, we got Get Out. That's cute. Play the deep-based gallery side first. Okay, pump up our Destiny Spinner so we do some damage. We got the first shot in, so now they're down to 22. All we just need to do is just start pushing out the rest of our stuff. Oh, Bayo's already coming in. All right. I mean, that's fine, opponents. That's what you want to do. Okay, Starfield Mystic. This makes all of our enchantments cheaper. We'll go with Spelunking here. We draw a card. No land, but that's okay. I seriously doubt our opponent's going to block, so we get a free shot here. All right, down to 19. So if Starfield Mystic can survive, we should be able to start getting the rest of our game plan to go. Oh. Okay. Are they going to take down? Nope. Oh, okay. They ticked up. They get to keep their mana, though. So that's actually pretty interesting. I realize we haven't had a chance to play with this card yet. Maybe we might do this on stream next week. I might be trying to do that. But in the meantime here, okay. Okay, I think Roaring Furnace. All right, say goodbye to your commander. And that... Wait, does that mean they lose the mana? They should lose the pips there, right? Okay, so he hits us. Okay. But... we also get to take out Chandra here. Yes! Take that, opponents. Yeah. All right, nice. Okay, so we managed to regain control of the match. Urbrass, okay. Well, that is another scary card, but we do have ways of getting around that, so I'm not too worried just yet. Okay, so with Glacial Floodplain now doing that. Charred Foyer. No attacks, of course, yet. So we have now plenty of rooms. We just need to get a black source, and actually we can get out Marina pretty quick here. See? Not too bad on a budget, right? Ooh, Iron Crag feet. Okay. What are we getting hit with? Is that... Okay, so Bayo's coming back. Alright, so they get to keep their mana. But we can start exiling cards, which is great. Okay, Starheim Courser here. Okay, so... First off, Greenhouse. So now we are fixed. We have everything we need at this point. Starheim Courser. No attack still. I imagine opponent is going to start doing their ritual shenanigans here quick. Okay, they are banking a lot of mana.
Time to light up the darkness.
Oh dear.
We can do this together.
Okay, so our opponent here is going to keep pumping up all that red mana. See the spoils. All right. The pingings are going to commence.
They won't know what hit them.
Ugh. Opponent's going off here. Are we going to be dead? I mean, yeah, you're right. Spelunking is doing work, but right now our opponent is also going off here. I don't know if actually I want to use Bayo just yet. I'm going to probably wait until the Avatar cards actually come out, because Bayo, I think, will get absolutely insane once Avatar comes out. The firebending ability works perfectly with Bayo. So it's something I'll have to look at once we get to that. But until then, I don't know if we're going to survive here. Our opponent is going off. Ugh. Not good. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Okay, now some flames. Alright. Here come the pings. They haven't flipped it just yet, but I'm guessing they just want to keep getting as much value out of it as they can before they flip. Okay. We did do an Urabras deck actually in 60 card, was it over a year ago? I might want to go back to that in a bit. Alright, here comes Fable. Expedite. Yikes. Okay, well, our opponent right now is just comboing off. Question for everybody here. This has only been day 2 of Avatar cards coming out. Has anybody seen anything that you're interested in? Are you liking Avatar currently better than, what, Omen Path / Spider-Man? I'll be honest, like, we haven't even had the full set yet, and I'm already totally excited for Avatar versus what we got for Spider-Man. No offense again to Spider-Man lovers out there. It just felt like this feels like it's going to be a much better set versus what we got for Spider-Man. Okay. Will our opponent actually beat us here? I feel like they might be able to pull it off. We'll see. They got 6 mana still. We are down to 10. Okay. Here it comes. More combos. Like, honestly, if they're going to keep calling off, I might as well just walk away right now and just get some water. Jeez. Yeah. Alright. Just in case if our opponent fizzles, I'm not going to quit. I want to see if they actually do manage to finish this. Alright. He only casts one more spell this turn. Alright, so that's it. Did you get it, opponents? You have to beat us right here, because otherwise that... Okay, so they do flip. So they blow up all of our stuff. Joy. Yay. Down to 4. Alright, and they got us. I have a blinked out Ishin deck, and I'm scared for Avatar because of firebending. I don't want to cut. Oh yeah, Spider-Man was a dud. Avatar got good reprints and the art, except for the Cruel Tutor. Oh, don't get me started on that one. The Cruel Tutor. Oh, and of course we lost. Yeah, it's okay. We'll shake it off, everybody. That was just the first game, so no big deal. Let's go ahead. Let's move on to the next one. But yeah, to answer that question, no one likes that Cruel Tutor card. It was actually. Like, who approved that? No, seriously. Who? It looks terrible. Just literally a zoomed in picture of Firelord Ozai. just all up in your face, all like, heh. Like that. And just I'm sorry, that was just beyond lazy. Like, I actually might address that in a quick little video I might do. Maybe I'll record that maybe after we're done with the live stream. But yeah, just terrible. Otherwise, normally, the rest of the cards actually look a lot more fun. But okay. But we'll get to more of that in a bit. I'll rant and rave a little bit more about Avatar a little bit later on. Okay, we'll play our Frontier Bivouac. Okay, so we do have a little bit of tapping to do, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. We actually do have everything fixed in a decent way. We just need to start building out stuff. Okay, our opponent is playing Vraska the Silencer. Okay, so Death Touch shenanigans. Okay, we'll see. Sir Ginger. Ooh, nice. We got Arcane Signet. That's great. So we will play Signet. And let's see. I guess we'll just play the single. Can't really play anything else for now. That's okay. Well, actually, we might be able to get to Marina pretty quick here. But all we just need to do is start getting rooms, and we can get value going. It looks so funny. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, it just tilts me so much because they could have done anything else to make that look better. This is kind of why I'm not a fan of the bonus sheets for Universes Beyond. They kind of make them a little on the lazy side. Not every card, though. We got some fun stuff with some cool art on it. Some of it just feels so lazy. Okay. Well, now the good news is we have enough for Marina. The bad news is we don't have a single room spell to work with here. But that's okay. We will play Nexus Wardens. Okay. Opponents. Alright. And then Inquisitive Glimmer. That does trigger off Nexus Warden, so we gain a little life back. Okay, preserve honors removal. Not surprised there. It's okay, though. We still have plenty of time. We have other ways of pumping up our enchantments. Oh, no, they're playing alchemy cards. Boo. Okay, down to 19. Wait, they gave up? Already? I mean, yay, free win. But, okay. Okay. I guess that does count for our dailies. Nothing else. Huh. Alright, I mean, that's fine. A win's a win. I'll take it. Magic Mental Health over on Twitch there. Yeah, you're right. A win is a win. And thanks again for joining us today, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. The Mystic Remorse. Oh, that's right. You're right, Maidon. Mystic Remora actually is going to be entering in Magic Arena. That actually might be something we could definitely use. We got to use that for a future deck, so I'm excited for that. Props and shout out to, again, old school cards like that. Okay, so in this instance here, we got tap land, we have a fetch. At least we kind of have what we need for the sources here. Sort of. Okay. All right, so play the floodplain. All right, opponents. Magic Mental Health. Chilling and playing Brawl. Enjoying watching you in the background, so thanks for playing. Well, thank you again for joining us today. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Dang it. The stream is having a little bit of a poop issue, so sorry about that, everybody. Maybe I'm streaming to too many platforms at once. But yeah, we've been having, for the past couple of streams, it feels like I've been having some technical issues. I'm going to have to look into that at some point. Again, hopefully the stream is holding out, everybody. If it does cut out completely where you're gone, sorry about that. We'll try to see if we can try to fix it. Oh, we're having glitch issues again? Oh, jeez. All right. I'll see what I can try to do to get that fixed. Maybe I just need to kind of cut where I'm streaming. Okay. In the meantime, though, let's see what we can do here. Okay. Are we back? Okay. Yeah, but it looks like on my side it hasn't, like, the stream isn't, like, gone. But okay. In the meantime, Michiko's Reign of Truth. And we're facing against Dragon Lord Ojutai here. Opponents. Dovin's Veto. Alright. They counter this there. And it's fine. Get that first hit at 24. Oh, okay, we're back? Okay, well, that's good, that's good. Yay, okay. All right, grand entryway. We will play our ossification. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's right, they can't. Well, that's annoying. All right, in the meantime, I guess, Evolving Wilds. Sack the Evolving Wilds. I don't know what color I should get, but we're just going to have to take a wild guess here. Get the forest. All right. As long as it's untapped. Grand entryway. That does trigger off our scavenger. Make a glimmer. Pump up our scavenger more. All right. In the meantime, let's see. Elegant Rotunda might help us make a stronger creature. Okay. Opponent. Whenever Ojutaido's going in. Okay, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one. Okay, so they're going to start just drawing a bunch of cards with Dragon Lord Ojutaido. Sorry, it's been a while, so I haven't remembered what the card does. Okay, and unfortunately, our guess was wrong. We should have gotten red toots. That's okay, though. Not a big deal, everybody. How do we do this here? Ghostly Keybearer would be nice, but let's get the ossification. Put on the forest. Opponents, do you have an answer? Opponents? Opponents? You there? Hello? Hello? Thoughts is in it. Okay. Okay, that's annoying, but it's fine. Not the worst. We'll use Arid Archway. We'll bounce back an island. So now we will have some extra ramping when the time comes. Push them down in 20. So it's still anybody's game right now. If we just get to either Marina or Fractured Realm, I think we might be okay. We might actually have to go with the beatdown plan for this match. Let's see. All right. Dragon Lord Ojutaido doing the thing. Okay, Snowfield Sinkhole. Huh, okay. So, let's play the Keybearer. Okay. Sinkhole. Okay, so all we just need now is a red source, and I think we should be good. Hopefully. We'll swing here. Does our opponent have anything yet? Nope, nothing. So down to 16. We're at 15. So again, it's still anybody's game. No blocks, of course. We'll go to 10. That's okay. If the Keybearer can actually unlock rooms, that actually will be perfect for us. Okay. This person definitely is a fan of Azorius. I mean, looking at those sleeves, this guy really is all in on control. Alright, so in the meantime, Island. Let us play Mirrored Room. Do you actually counter this? Oh, nope, they don't. That's good. Keybearer. There we go. We got an extra copy of that's great. Underwater Tunnel. To be honest, yeah, what's stopping me from playing Thassa's Oracle except the salt level in my local game store? Yeah, that's mostly what it comes down to at this point, is if you're going to play a deck like yours, I mean, Thoracle literally is the only other key piece you would want, but I don't blame you if you don't want to play it. It definitely kind of tilts people. Okay, we still don't have what we need. That's okay. Okay, opponents. All right. I mean, we're kind of on the beatdown plan at this point. Comeuppance. Oh, that's annoying. All right, so that means we lose things there. Put some counters on our only other ghost. Okay, so how do we get around this? Okay, so our opponent is going to push us now down to 5. We can't afford to block just yet. Okay, come on. That was annoying. I totally forgot that card was a thing. Okay, so in the meantime here, let's see. Opponents? Swinging. Or do they have another answer? Fateful Absence. All right, now we're dead. We don't really have anything that can stop this. Yeah, dang. Even if I unlock anything here, like I can Manifest Dread.
even that still is not enough. Dang it. They didn't get anything that helped us out here. Alright, we'll take our loss.
Well, that's a shame.
Did we have fun with that one? I mean, we kind of... I'll just put no. Okay. Okay, not a big deal, everybody. Shaking it off. Sometimes you do have rough days like that when you play. So I will still march on forward. No big deal.
We still can do our thing.
Okay. Question for everybody while we're here. Also, I want to ask, so what are you all currently playing right now? For those of you that are watching right now, or if you're watching on the replay, what is the deck you're currently playing with? And whatever format. Doesn't have to be any specific one. Playing currently Commander? Are you waiting for 60, was it standard to actually rotate? Let me know, everybody, what the vibe is currently for you playing the game.
Maidon, it's like I want to keep it fun by making the combo hard to do with Cultivator Colossus and Commander needing to stay, but I understand that people would be tired of seeing Thassa's Oracle as an answer.
Okay, okay. That's a fair response. I mean, you want to make sure you can get your combo off, but you also don't want to make it, like, super duper easy, and also making everyone feel very salty. I get that. I can respect that decision.
Ishin and Asay and Commander and an Artifact Equipment deck in Pauper.
Oh, that's cool. I do need to finish, at some point, the Pauper Commander deck I've been waiting to actually put together. It is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. It actually is it's based around a card from Duskmourn. So let's see, hopefully I can get to that someday soon. Okay, so, Giada. So it's going to be a lot of angels. Okay. Until then, we need to start ramping stuff out quick. We will get out Sulfur's Mire. Alright, so we got our red source. Okay. Now all we got to do is just start pushing things out here quick. Thankfully, also, we do have Greenhouse. Let's see. So we'll play the Ice Tunnel. Play the Greenhouse. Now we have perfect fixing. All we just got to do now is just start getting Marina to do her thing. Our opponent is definitely going to start going off here with angels. Ooh. Alright. We have our own Pegasus here. Okay, that's cool. Alright, well. Came here for a reason. Let's play Marina. Okay, so we did get a ton of rooms to work with here. Okay, so Sky plus Samurai. Firelord Crypt. What do we throw away here? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw away a land. Just a land. Alright, so Marina should still now fortunately give us a bunch of value. We just gotta start throwing down a ton of rooms ASAP. Can we survive? We just need to sponge a hit. A hit or two and we should be okay. Right? We can do this.
I'm waiting on one avatar cards that run around instant and sorceries, and lesson cards look so much fun.
Oh, now I realize now we're getting a bunch of extra lesson cards. So, trying to maybe look back at Strixhaven, and I know we're going to Strixhaven again in a couple months, but until then, maybe I'll make some Pioneer decks that utilize the lesson learned mechanic, and we can throw in some of the brand new cards we got from Avatar. That actually sounds like a lot of fun there. I actually do like those cards. Okay, until then, let's see. We want to get the value we can out of this, so... Starhand Courser. Okay, so with that... Mirror Room. Copy. Okay. We can... Okay, nothing really in the yard that we need there. Underwater Tunnel. Michiko's Rain of Truth on top. Sinkhole goes into the yard. Okay, and then Fractured Realm. There we go. We didn't have to pay the 7 mana, so that's good. But we also... I don't know if we're going to be able to survive the hit. That's our biggest concern right now. I mean, thankfully, we have everything now set to go, but... Oh, no. Our opponent is very streamlined here. Twos. Okay, well, there goes our commander. Okay. Dang. But, hey, this is also what happens when you play budget. Your opponent's not going to care that you're playing a budget deck. They're just going to try to steamroll you ASAP. And, I mean, I don't blame them. It is what it is. Let's see. So, what can we do here? All right, we'll sponge here and go to 10. I'm sorry, go to 5. They will go up to 42. Joy. Lots of counters. Okay, they make an angel. Okay, so Michiko's Reign of Truth, which is normally not bad. Okay. Okay. That's cute. I mean, making it in 10-10 is not something to sneeze at there. And then, let's see. What creature card we can make there? Wild Crypt. I mean, this would be nice if we can just actually push through damage, but even on the backswing here, we lose no matter what. Man, that stinks. All right, well, I mean, this time around, you kind of can see that, again, getting the rooms out is not bad, but our opponents move way faster. So, I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. Let's give this another shot in budget form, and then maybe after this game, depending on how long it takes, we'll upgrade the deck. Perhaps upgrading it for the faster mana base will give us what we need to make this a much more stronger and much more threatening deck. But I kind of like how the deck feels. Even though it is a 5-color deck, it's not easy to get what we want out. But we can still make it work. Let's see. The problem is that lessons are still non-fetchable with Learn, am I right? Yes, you're correct. So in order for you to actually get them, you do need to kind of intertwine lessons and learns. So that's one of the only awkward parts about it. But it is doable. I do like, though, thankfully... Oh. Okay, so we got a non-game there. All right, well, yay. I guess that does count to the dailies, so yay. Get your dailies done, kids. Always get your dailies done. As minimal as just 4 wins. 4 wins gets you enough gold with the daily challenge to get 1,000 gold. That's like enough for 1 pack. Hopefully all of you are saving up your gold for Avatar coming out in a couple weeks. Make sure you keep saving. That should be hopefully, what is it now? If you save right now, and if you can get in theory what, like 10,000 gold a week, you could get at least maybe like anywhere between 20 to 30,000 gold from now until then, depending on how your daily challenges look. So in theory, you should have enough to get at least 20 to 30 packs for free for Avatar. If you're crazy like I am and play every day. It's like in Sideboard Commander, and that's the... Okay, illegal. I like how I play my budget Rupert decks nowadays with towns because they're so much more fetchable. Okay, yeah. That is... Yeah, towns also kind of gives us a nice little option there instead. And also because the Wandering Minstrel is kind of cool because he makes also the same thing... He makes, it's like a secondary... spelunking, I guess you could say. Okay, so, Plains. We will... Arcane Signet. Okay, so we actually have things set up for success here. Oh, it's got Banner. Oh, okay, they got Roxanne. You see, this is another card I haven't had a chance to get around to playing, but hopefully we can make it work. We're actually going to pass here. I'm anticipating our opponent's going to try to bring down Roxanne. So, we'll counter that spell that now. Whew. Okay, we got our opponent there. Too bad, opponent. You're going to have to wait another turn if you want Roxanne back. They do get the Manifest Dread, so that might hurt us, but we'll take a shot here. Okay, Volatile Fjord. Okay. And I guess I'll have to... Okay, we're going to have to might wait a bit there. Let's see. Actually, Dollmaker Shop. Let's get that going. All right, make a toy. Opponents? Okay, they do block. Okay. Not a huge deal. Oh, it was Kolga. Ooh, that actually would have been... That actually would have been scary if it flipped. Goldspan Dragon. Okay. So for this one, we'll go full control. We have a Swords to Plowshare that we're going to need here. All right. He does get to create a treasure token, which is annoying, but that's a small price to pay to get rid of the dragon. At least we don't have to worry about the value it's going to provide. Phew. Okay. Glacial Floodplain. Let us play Actually, hold on. Roxanne might be coming in next, so we're going to just swing here. I'm 28. Still at 25. Okay, so with the mana open, we can at least hit Get Out and stop Roxanne for a turn if we need to. Quicksmith Genius. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. Aired Archway. Okay. Skullcap Nuisance here. Get our little flying buddy here. Our Archway. So that means we'll bounce back. We want to bounce back for this. It's probably gonna have to be the basic. Not ideal, but we still need mana open for Get Out. No attacks yet. Is Get Out a real paper magic card from Duskmourn? Oh, you know what? I just realized. I don't know if that was intentional with the way they worded it. Was that an actual reference to the movie? I don't think so. I mean, it could be. I guess I have to look that up somewhere. Huh. Yeah. That's hilarious now that I think about it. That's cool, though. Opponents? Probably not going to swing, because we can block it if we absolutely need to. There we go. I'm like, where's our rooms at? Okay, so we have one. We can afford to put out Charred Foyer. So we still have mana open for the counterspell. That's the most important thing. Okay, and we get to Surveil. That's great. So we're getting our value. Ooh, Painter Studio. Okay, we'll keep that as... So this means now we can get a free swing here, make a toy. I hope we do get more support for toys in the future. I would love to make a full toy deck that actually will be very devastating against opponents. Okay, opponent. Show me what you got. Come on. Come on. You know you want to cast Roxanne. I know you do. Will they do it? Do they have Roxanne here? They have 3 cards in hand. Maybe we can outdo them. Okay, so there's Roxanne. Okay. Sorry, opponents. We are going to counterspell that. Too bad. Oh, opponents? Do you have an answer? Oh, phew. Okay, I honestly thought for a second they might have had something. Okay, so that means Roxanne is now going to be out for another turn, so that means 9 mana to cast that. So that's good for us. That does buy us time. Ooh, opponent is swinging. Huh. In that case, then, we'll just chump block with our little toys. I mean, I suppose we didn't have to block here, but that gets rid of at least one of their value pieces. Okay, we can exile. And exile. Okay, so we're going to do this here. We're going to unlock. This helps us surveil. And now this means that we can actually play some of these cards for free. That's good. Alright, let's get this Painter Studio. Alright. It's working. Alright. Skullcap Nuisance. So it does more surveilling, but we don't want to do this just yet. We just want to exile the cards. Okay. Let's see. And then we can then play Cadaver Lab. Get some more value. Alright. See? The deck can work. All we just need is a couple key pieces here, and maybe our opponent just gets completely wrecked by our, what is it, counterspells, and we should be good. Yeah? We'll surveil here. So this does mean that Roxanne will get a free chance to come in next turn, but that might be too little too late for our opponent here. We do have a lot of pieces now on the field, and also we can start making our toys work. So hopefully next turn, we can turn on our toy ability, and then we can really start filling out our plan here. Here comes Roxanne. So she will get 2 triggers off here, which is annoying. But Skull Snap Nuisance has done its job. So, not a huge deal. Okay, the meteorites will also come in. Taking away. Alright, that's okay. Okay, anything else about it? So we exile stuff still. Alright, we will play our Creeping Peeper for free. We will play Brine Giants. So we have a nice big beatdown creature. And we will also finish off with... Actually, hold on 1 second. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4. Oh, okay. Nexus Wardens, I think, will be the safer option. Okay. And we will pass here. Okay, nice. All we just now need to do is just get everything going. Second harvest. Okay. Can't have that go off. No, 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 opponents. No, no, no. So we get a nice little constellation boost there. And we also get to do Fear of Imposter shenanigans, so denied. Counterspells ahoy. Okay. Is Smooth running like with an optimized mana base? Would it run pretty fast? Oh, okay. Good to know. That's good to know. Okay, opponent has old Gnawbones, which is scary. But let's see if we can find a way to get around that. Okay. All we just need to do now is... Okay. Do we have a way of getting around old Gnawbone? Okay, let's see if we can exile something big here. Okay, nothing huge. But, okay. So Tessin Champion. Optimistic Scavenger for free. We can unlock here. Eerie is turned on, so now all of our creatures are huge. Swing with Fear of Imposters. And they are gonna get bigger. And there you go, everybody. We overwhelmed our opponent with rooms. The Haunted Mansion has gotten its true good victory today. Did we have fun? Yeah, we did. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a good one, everybody. Nice! We actually got a real good legit win there with the budget deck. I'm happy about that one. Stickman J, Cake. Hello, my fire friend. Long time no see. How you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Actually, wait, hold on. I don't have cake anymore, but I have muffins. I mean, they're not with me right now, but they're in the kitchen. But yeah, I appreciate you coming back, my friend. But okay, real quick before I kind of go off tangent again. So you got to see right there, Haunted Mansion does do some work. It does take a lot of commitment to kind of make this work on a budget, but it is totally doable. We actually got one legit win there, which I'm actually really thrilled about that one. I don't know if I was actually going to be able to get a win with the budget one, but I'm happy we got that on stream. So hopefully maybe we can clip that for a future, just like a future highlight. But what if you actually do like the deck and you can afford to make it actually really, really strong? So you're going to see right here, we're going to upgrade our mansion and make it much more stronger with some much more powerful cards here. So the number one thing, of course, with a 5-color deck is obviously you want to upgrade the mana base ASAP. If you're going to upgrade the mana base, don't even bother trying to do anything on the main deck. Just get the upgrade mana base and you'll do a lot more stronger stuff. You'll have a lot more consistency with trying to cast everything, especially when you're 5 colors. You definitely want to get that ASAP. So in order to make the 5-color deck work, and again, hopefully I didn't mess up my ratios here. So we're going to trim down all of our basics to single copies, but we'll throw in stuff to support it. So we'll have a Ganjo here, we have Otawara, and we have Boseiju. So all the Kamigawa rares that definitely will pump up the deck and give you more utility. We'll throw in all of the shock lands we can muster up. So every shock land is going to be great here. If you have surveil lands, those work fine too. But ideally shock lands because you want to have access to your mana ASAP. So Hall of Fountain, of course, Godless Shrine, Watery Grave, Steam Vents, Blood Crypt, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Grounds, Sacred Foundry, Temple Garden, and Breeding Pool. As far as the rest of your mana base here, again, we're going to get a little spicy here because I think we can pull this off. So we're going to see if we can try to get away with all the triomes. Maybe that is going to be a horrible idea, but I'm going to give it a shot. So that means we'll throw in Raffine's Tower, Xander's Lounge, Zeator's Proving Grounds, Jetmir's Garden, Sparrow's Headquarters, and all the triomes, Savi Triome, Katria Triome, Indatha, Rangoon, and Zargoth triomes. To make sure, of course, we can have everything fixed perfectly, we will throw in a copy of the World Tree. This makes all of our lands, once we get to 6+, tap for any mana source. We want to also have ramp for more of the unlocking of things, so we'll throw in Ancient Tomb here. And of course, we'll have at least 5 of the better fetch lands. So Arid Mesa, Bloodstained Mire, we'll throw in Misty Rainforest, Scalding Tarn, and Verdant Catacombs. Ideally, if you're going to use fetches like this, I mean, you can mix and match whatever you want. If you actually want to throw in all 10 fetches, more power to you. But I think with this, we should be okay, considering that we're going to be taking advantage of cards like the World Tree. Of course, keep your command tower. Of course, keep in that demolition field for, again, a non-basic land hate. But to make sure we can also still fix, we'll still keep cards like Spelunking to make sure everything comes into play untapped and stuff. We'll still keep, of course, all of our other more powerful fixes like Ornithopter Paradise. We'll keep, of course, your Arcane Signet. Those are going to be very critical for you. We also have access now to Birds of Paradise here. Same thing, 1-drop that can attack for any mana, so that's great for us. As far as the upgrades to the main deck itself, so this is kind of like where you can kind of shape the deck how you prefer. I still want to maintain more or less what we already have for the original budget deck. However, if you want to go more nuts with certain things, if you want to make more of a control deck, if you want to go more with tokens, you have lots of options because it is 5 colors. So go crazy with whatever you want. But for us today, we're going to throw in Wild Rose Medallion / Counterspell straight out. We'll throw in Mana Drain here. So this means we have much more stronger counterspells that give us access to better things. In terms of other upgrades to the deck, we'll throw in now Idyllic Tutor to then complement Moonblessed Cleric here. So Idyllic Tutor allows you to dig out any enchantment you want, so we have much more consistency with tutors. In terms of other upgrades for the deck here, nothing realistically we need that's beyond this. Most of it is going to be down to support for rooms. So we'll throw in Ghostly Dancers here. 5 mana Spirit, 2/5. When this creature enters, return an enchantment card from our graveyard to our hand or unlock a locked room. So this can be great for us with the Eerie mechanic. Anytime we, of course, get an enchantment out, anytime we have a room unlocked, we can create a 3/1 white spirit creature token of flying. So this can be another way to help us, of course, with the game plan of just going wide with tokens. In terms of other upgrades here, and again, this one is going to be one I don't really talk about too often here. I'm going to be honest, I have a bias against alchemy cards. If you want to use alchemy cards for rooms, that is up to you. You can choose to do that. I, out of principle, will not do it. But if you do want to yourself, I mean, there are some alchemy options you can choose if you really want to be that person. So, for example, if you want to use cards like Solid Solidarity / Endless Corridor, you can use this again. This, again, will make your game plan work. But the reason also I don't like to use alchemy cards is I also want to make sure I can build you a list that you actually could put together 1-for-1 in paper. But that is going to be up to you how you want to do it that way. I just wanted to acknowledge that before we continue. All right. And then otherwise, not meant I guess there's not really any other rooms you can muster up here, mostly just because it's just we realistically threw in everything that we could, and that still makes it mostly a budget deck. But there are a couple of key rooms that we actually did omit from the budget deck because they're already much more expensive once you add it in. So the other upgraded cards here that are actually going to be better for us, Walk-in Closet / Forgotten Cellar is probably one of the biggest upgrades for us. You can play land cards from our graveyard. So this will help us, of course, reuse our fetch lands. And of course, Forgotten Cellar side for 5 mana. Unlock the door. You can cast spells from your graveyard this turn. And of course, once you do it, then you can exile the card. So this gives us extra ways of providing more value for the deck. Not much else I realistically need to say that's actually going to make the deck stronger with the rest of it. We pretty much just keep everything as is. Like, there's not really anything else here except just that one key card here. So with that, wait, hold on. I think I accidentally deleted a deck there. Okay. But in any case, either way, if you like either one of the decks, the budget one or the non-budget one we're about to play here, do not worry. I will, of course, leave links once we are done with today's live stream, so you can check those out on your own time and then see if maybe you do like what we play, or maybe you do want to upgrade the decks. And as we're getting ready, our next match going into the second half, everybody, if you have been enjoying any and all of our budget jank content, and if you haven't done so already, show me some love. Please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, live streams, and so much more for the channel. If you want to help us beyond even that, again, we do have a Patreon. We also accept, of course, members, which will also get you access to exclusive videos that you see up that are not going to be available to other players, to other viewers out there. And even if you don't want to do that, we have a link, of course, for our Discord where you can join our group of growing fiery friends to talk about whatever you want, magic or otherwise. All of your support helps us keep this channel going. Oh, I guess maybe our opponent just did not want to hear me shill. Okay. Hey, I'll take the win. Free wins, of course, everybody. Free gold, free cards. Yay. But okay, now that I kind of got my whole spiel out of the way, hopefully this one will actually go off. Come on, give me a good game here. Feeling it. This has got to be the one. Lock it in.
It's time to
Yeah, all right. Okay, we're feeling it now. Okay, so we got our fetch here, a Triome, Sacred Foundry. Okay, so this should hopefully fix us to what we need. So first off here, we will get out Arid Mesa and pass. Our opponent is playing Gishath, so we're dinosaurs versus spoopy rooms. Who can take it here? Okay, so the first thing we need is... Okay. White, blue, red is what we need. So let's get out... Actually, hold on. No, I think we can get that. Okay. Get our Triome out there. We'll play Sacred Boundary. Play Creeping Peeper. So that can now help us fix and get what we need out. Okay, Forest. Arcane Signet. Okay, opponent's got a good... Oh, I realized we probably could have put in Cascading Cataracts. See, there's even cards that sometimes I miss. But that's okay. Not a huge deal. Raffin's Tower. And... Is there anything else we realized? Okay. Nothing here that kind of helps us out here. That's actually kind of awkward, but that's okay. Just get a swing in. And pass. Okay. So once we can get the... Once they start putting creatures out there, we can start actually using our rooms. That most likely will be helping us out. Okay, Chromatic Lantern. Okay. This time we're actually going to wait. We have a lot of tempo options here that actually can help us out. Okay, so in the meantime... Let that go for now. We'll blow that up. Okay. Bounce back the Chromatic Lantern, so it slows him down. Okay, we have Mana Drain too, so that's actually good. Tap that. Bottomless Pool. Sorry, opponents. You're gonna, of course, get your stuff bounced away. Okay, and then... Glassworks. Take out the Huntmaster. Nice. Okay. So, slowing down our opponent is the key here. At least until we can stop Gishath completely. Opponent's gonna have to redeploy. So that's good. That gives us time. Okay, Witch Enchanter. Ooh, that's actually good too. So let's see. There are still 8 mana away. Oh, we can't play that though. Okay, so... Meat Walker. Stun counters. Okay. So far, so good. We're kind of getting there. And we're trying to do what we can to just make sure our opponent just cannot get Gishath out immediately. Vault. Tyrant. Okay. Not the card I wanted to see. Alright. So in the meantime here, how do we do this? Is there any way out of this now? Or are we just screwed? No attacks. So unfortunately, Vaultborn Tyrant is just one of the toughest cards to actually fight here. Silvercloud Ferocidons, okay. But we can mana drain that. So that does give us a lot of mana once we actually get back into this fight. So I'm just going to swing. Oh man, if we only had our Source of Plowshare, that actually is what could help us out here a lot. I'm on deck. Okay, Inquisitive Glimmer. So we get a lot of colorless. That might help us out a bit here. Okay, how do we do this though? I guess Witch Enchanter. So that uses up some of it. We'll blow up the Chromatic Lantern. Okay. So that turns off things for now. Sky Blessed Samurai. And, Inquisitive Glimmer. Okay, well, we got to use most of that mana drain to our advantage. Okay, Vaultborn Tyrants. When it dies, if it's not a token, it's an artifact. Okay, so here comes Gishath. Coming in. They're getting their value. They swing. So from here, we block Vaultborn. These two cards have done their job. Okay. So the Tyrant will go bye-bye. They leave behind a token still, which is beyond annoying. Okay. Gishath does its thing. Okay, well, Spelunking will be helpful once we can actually unlock it. Let's see. Neither of those can be brought back. Unlock here. We'll draw 3. Okay, this is definitely not an easy one. I have to discard a card. Okay, throw away the MTG tracker for now. Put down the planes. Surgical Suite. So, we managed to actually get some value here. Okay, MTG tracker now comes in. Okay. No attacks yet. Can we survive the next turn? Oh, wait, hold on. They have trampled, don't they? Okay. Never mind. Okay. Oh, that definitely means we're dead. Okay, once again, beat by dinosaurs. We actually have had a really losing record versus dinosaurs. Every time I face dinosaurs, I could never beat dinosaurs. Doesn't matter what deck I play. Doesn't matter if I play control, if I play single colored, dual colored, even some of my favorite decks. I just can't beat dinosaurs. Dinosaurs really that good? I feel like they've gotten a lot of support ever since they were introduced. That's okay though. It's okay. We're gonna swing. We're gonna swing back into this one. We got this one, everybody. Okay, so we got a fracture, steam vents, demolition field, but nothing we could really play here. I think we might have to mulligan this one. That's okay. It's a free mulligan, so that's fine. We'll take it. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Still got the steam vents there, but okay. I think we can make this one work. This should be fine. At least with this one, we have a Gremlin Tamer to kind of go wide here. Well, tapped. Okay, so nothing yet. But with Nahiri, affinity for equipment. So it's an equipment deck. Okay. We think we might be able to pull off something here. Play the Ancient Tomb. Starheim Courser. Take 2. That's okay. But this means that we can now actually fix everything pretty well here. Alright, they've got the mirrored in equipment. That's cute. That's here. Gremlin Tamer. We'll swing here for 1. Down to 23. We're currently at 21. So we got right now 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. But we need one more for Archon the Sun's Grace to go off. Lava Spur Boots. Okay. Opponents. Ultimate Duplication. Alright. Okay. Do they swing? Alright. Stuff's gonna be swinging. Dang. That Goblin Cavalier is gonna do a lot of damage here. Down to 19. Down to 13. But it's okay. We can still find a way around this. So here's how we do this here. Sheltered by Ghosts on top of Gremlin Tamer. And that does trigger her off. So that means Goblin... Still at 11. They're at 23. Does Nahiri come in? Well, they have to have 2 mana open for Nahiri, so I think we're safe for a bit. Okay. They untap. Triome. Ossification. On the Swamp. That does give us some triggers here. Sorry, opponents. Tezzera goes bye-bye. Phew. Okay, so far so good. We can't get life back until we deal with those rebel tokens. But we can get there. I know we can. No offense to, again, equipment decks, and I should know because I have played my share of good and jank equipment decks, but equipment decks sometimes still run into the same problems that Boros just has in general. And it's usually always just the same thing, which is just sometimes they just run out of steam. But let's see. Does our opponent... They're going to keep swinging. They get to draw a card. Well, actually, they get to exile a card. Thankfully, they cannot do anything just yet to us. We still have a way of getting around things here. I wish we had a green source. We had a green source. Moldering Gem would be perfect here. Okay. Let's move from monocolored. Okay. So, Arcana Sun's Grace. So that means actually our Courser now has lifelink, so that does help us stabilize just a smidge. Moonblessed Cleric would be perfect if we can just get to Spelunking. But we need a green source. Literally, that's all the only thing holding us back. Ooh. Hue the Entwood. Wow. Wow. Okay. They sacrificed all of their lands for this. That is a risky move. Okay. Swinging. And swinging. Okay. They're hexproof for monocolored, but they're not protected by it. So let's see. Excuse me, everybody. Yeesh. Gross. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay, so that's 13. So block there. And I think that's all we can do. We'll take the hit here. Down to 7. But this wasn't cast, so actually they're not protected for a turn. Buster Sword, okay. Okay. So Defaced Gallery. Alright, from the Pegasi. Okay, and that does help us out a bit here. Moonblessed Cleric. Okay, let's dig out an enchantment. We need some enchantment that's going to help us out here. So I think Porcelain Gallery might be our key one here. No attacks yet. Okay, so opponent only has 1 mana open. So at this point, we just need to just sponge hits. Well, they have 2 mana open now. They can only use their mana for equipping things. Okay, Sword of Feast and Famine we don't have to worry about. Buster Sword. Protection from black, protection from green. But we are blue, white, and red right now, so that does help us out a smidge. Okay, opponent's going to keep swinging. I mean, that's all they can do. Okay. Thankfully, they can't play with those cards, so let us block here, block with a Gremlin. Okay. Gremlin dies. But we do go back up to 9. As long as we can maybe keep a steady stream of Pegasus, we might be okay, too. Okay. So first off, Porcelain Gallery side. We go to 7. But all of our stuff now is much bigger. And they keep getting bigger. Yes. Okay. Now we're in business here. Okay, so Archon and Starheim. Swing. Down to 1. And there you go, everybody. The comeback there. Oh, that felt so good there. Yes. Woo. All right. That was a good one, everyone. Porcelain Gallery. See, that's why it's my favorite room. Man, what a comeback there. I thought we were honestly dead for a second there. But Moonblessed Cleric into the doll room. Man. Oh, man. Porcelain Gallery. Out of nowhere, everybody. Take that, opponents. It was risky for them because I was like, oh, man, they have enough equipment out where they actually may not need to cast anything anymore. But we were able to just keep going wide. So that was great. That was fantastic. Whew, okay, so far so good. Our decks have been showing that while they do have some meh moments, they can, of course, pull off some victories here. Oh, hold on. I got a disgusting little boogie on my finger now. Hold on. Gotta get this off. I need tissue. Where's my tissue packs at? Hold on. Where was I at here? Jeez. Okay, sorry. I had a little boogie on myself there. Okay. Any case, so we got Bala Get Recovery, Otawara. Okay. Rampant Growth can help us get fixed here, so we'll do that. Bala Get Recovery, Otawara. Okay, so we're playing mono green. Interesting. Very interesting, by the way. Okay. Otawara into Rampant Growth. So let's go ahead. Let's start getting out our pieces here. We will get out. Let's get out the mountain. So Witch Enchanter will be the white source. And we should be able to go from there. Opponent is playing Simic. Bears and raccoons. Okay. That's cute. They get hit here to 3, which is a small price to pay, but it'll be worth it in the end. Wolverine Gym. All right, see? Look at that. We managed to get out all of our colors here perfectly. Nice. Perfect fixing by turn 3. Not too often we get to pull that off, but we got it. Okay, opponents. Nothing yet. Okay. At the same time, though, I feel they might actually have some other pieces here, so we got to be a little bit mindful. Starfield, Mystic. Do they have counterspell? Let's see. As long as he has tail damage, it makes food. I don't know how that's going to look for us. Slimy Aquarium. Okay. We managed to get that to go off. Okay, we will flip. We'll put Entity Tracker down. Throw away the Birds of Paradise. We have more or less everything we need fixed, so that's not the problem. Inquisitive Glimmer swings. No blocks, I'm guessing. Of course. So we get some damage in. Down to 23. Still anybody's game. I just need them to tap out so I can get Marina in. Once we can get Marina in, we should be good to go. Anything else, opponents? I do love also, by the way, these lands. The basics from Edge of Eternities. Nice. Ooh. Oh. Yes, we managed to get the World Tree. Okay, now our fixing is perfect. Love it. Okay. Okay, so... Unlock here. Surveil. Okay, we got the trial. Okay, we got the mirror room on top. I think we can throw away the trial. We may not need that anymore. Okay, so, opponent. Swing and swing. Do you block? Okay. Reveal face down card. We're doing our best Yu-Gi-Oh! Impression here. Okay. Got an answer, opponents? Nothing? Alright, nice. Seek new knowledge. Alchemy card. Not... Okay, well, alchemy, but also not alchemy card. Still a little concerned, though, because they're not doing much. A little worried. Are we going to get comboed? Or is something else going to happen? I've never played against this card before, so I have no idea what to expect. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then... Okay. They can swing here, that's fine. Can't hit the bear. Down to 19. But they're mostly tapped out, so I think we should be safe now to bring in Marina. So, Marina, coming in. Opponent, do you have an answer? No, jeez, they actually did have an answer. Okay. That's annoying. I'll put it back. Dang. That's fine. I have a better idea. Okay. But at least this means that we now will be able to draw some cards here. We will... I guess we'll get Entity Tracker copy of that. We can also draw some cards there. And we can... Well, actually, we can't swing just yet. That's okay. We have our card draw engine on. That's what's most important. Cultivate. Okay. Opponent is trying to get their bear or squirrel raccoons pumped up. Again, so I guess it's just like Simic food. Is that the name of this game? Okay, so they sacrifice that. They do some alchemy shenanigans. Okay. Anything else, opponents? I really want to get rid of the bear. I have a Swords to Plowshare waiting in the wings, but it's not going to be enough. Re-expend 4. Okay. Not much else out of that common. They have a lot of mana still. Pouncing Shore Shark. Okay. What are you trying to do, opponents? Okay. Not what I was expecting out of this deck. But then again, I haven't played against this bear, so I have no idea what to expect here. I guess we're just going to play it safe. Okay, well, let's try again. Marina, coming in. Okay, so we managed to refuel. So, once we can get in Destiny Spinner, then I think we'll be okay. But okay. Lurker in the deep... No, they're playing alchemy cards. Yeah, again. I don't like alchemy cards. I will try not to do my rant again, but look at this. It's just silly. What is it? Okay, Lurker in the deep, so... Okay. Okay. So, in that case then, we will need to find a way to get around that now. Ossification first off. Put it on the forest. Energy Tracker does go off. We will get rid of the Lurker in the deep. No, opponent. You're not getting any value there. Draw another card. Okay, we got a counterspell. That's good. And... Destiny Spinner. Now our things are uncounterable. Draw another card. Okay, we're making it work. Paul Spicer Misfit over on YouTube there. Thanks again for joining us today, my fire friend. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. What mode is this? This is Brawl, by the way. Or for some people out there in paper, 1v1 commander, I guess, in Arena. Okay. Time Meat Walker. We're at this point just going to try to start going off with value here. I don't know what this face down card is, but I'm going to stun it. Oh, Idyllic Tutor. Okay, so that's actually perfect for us. So, and then... Actually, I realized we should have unlocked that room early on. Okay, now we're starting to go off here. All right, spelunking. Oh my goodness, now we're going off. Take that, opponents. Now who's the value engine? Put this land in. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now we're doing great here. Now I'm trying to figure out, like, where do we go from here? Like, I guess I can still have stuff go off. Gremlin Tamer. Okay. We still can't get through that stupid bear, but... actually, probably should keep some mana up for... We just need to keep the counterspell going. That's our biggest thing, so... Alright, just pumping up our stuff here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so... I will swing here. Do you block with the bear? Nope. Block with the raccoon. And we'll pass here. Okay, we got we got so many cards. I have no idea what to do with all of them. Okay, we got to discard 3. Wow, okay. Ornithopter, I guess, goes bye-bye. Commune with Spirits goes bye-bye. And... I guess the Farseek? We more or less have enough where we can do what we want. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Again, hopefully you're enjoying the content. Oh, Seagate Restoration. I'm sorry, opponents. I'm going to feel so stinky for this, but we came here to win. So, denied. And there you have it, everybody. 5-color rooms. The Haunted Mansion gets another victory. Yeah. All right. Wow, we managed to go off there so well. I mean, again, I have no idea what our opponent was trying to do here except just buffing up the bear, but... yeah, I've never seen this card before, so it seems like an interesting idea, but I guess we won't know how it really turned out. Still, good game to our opponent there. All right, so as we're getting out to 3/4 of this stream, I will definitely say it feels a lot better playing this non-budget. Obviously, any deck is going to feel good when you actually don't have to worry about budget, but this one more so than others because rooms at 5 colors definitely feels janky if you do not manage to fix well. We were fortunate in that game, though. We managed to fix ourselves pretty well where we actually were able to get all 5 colors out by turn 3. Not too often you're going to do that with a deck like this, but I probably do have some things I'll probably mention once we get to the end of the stream and we do our little wrap-up. So far, though, it has been feeling very, very good. I have been enjoying this. So having in fetches, of course, and triumphs actually hasn't been too bad for us. I was worried that having too many triumphs also might be detrimental to our fixing. But so far, so good. I mean, we are a bit on the slow side because we don't play everything on curve. Rise the Redeem. Okay. Opponent here is going to try to start going off with that. That's fine. As long as we can keep fixing ourselves here, we should be okay. The opponent is foretelling. Go to 24. Sacrifice the Scalding Tarn. So we'll get another try on while we can, just to make sure we can get everything going here. Let's see. So we have their black. We have Jun. So black, red, green. We need a blue source. Blue and white. Blue, white, green is probably what we want. So where's our blue, white? Spara. Okay, Spara's headquarters. Our best option there. Okay, so Rise can now get destroyed here. We'll take 3, but denied. Okay, Rise is down. Phew. Okay, so no tokens just yet. Managed to keep him off of the field for a little bit. Next, we should be able to get Greenhouse down, and then we can fix perfectly for everything we need. Or actually, Moldering Gym also could be good too. Because it depends on what our opponent here does. Do they recast? Oh no, okay, they're going to ramp. Cultivate. At some point, I will try to do more videos that are not deck tech focused week to week, because I actually do want to cover topics like this to help out new players. We're talking about, again, utilizing the right cards for your deck that you want to build. But we'll go over that a little bit more in a bit. Junkai Naturalist. Want to cheapen everything. So with this, Moldering Gym, Greenhouse, we can fix for what we need. Okay, opponent, bring down Rise again. Nope, still ramping. Arcane Signet. I guess our opponent has figured out that it might be better for them to ramp. Oh, Day of Judgment. Wow, on one whole creature? Okay, I mean, if you want to do that, opponent, I guess it's fine. Alright, let's get our Moldering Gym going. Alright, we need to get our ramp on. Let's see. Get the swamp. Okay, so we have black. We don't have fixing just yet from Marina. We still need one more piece. Or, I guess we can bring in Greenhouse too. Chromatic Lantern. Wait, did we forget to put in Chromatic Lantern into this deck? No. I guess I should probably check that later on. Resplendent Angel. Okay. Sylvan Caryatid. Okay, so that's cute. We got a Birds of Paradise. So, play the Greenhouse. Play Birds of Paradise. Caca! Still don't know what that foretelled card is. They have Rise, so I'm guessing that we're going to start seeing a go-wide strategy in just a little bit. Maybe? Okay. Oh, okay. Resplendent Angel is being turned on. So they will get a big hit here. We will have to take it, because we can't really afford to lose the bird just yet. We want to make sure we can fix to what we need. Ooh, Mana Drain. Okay, that might be helpful for later. So first off... I feel like we might have to hold here. Smoky Lounge probably is our best shot here. That'll help us pump up our mana later on. No attacks. Okay. So, Mana Drain. I would love us to drain out for something big here. But I don't know if we'll be able to. We'll try. I'm swinging big. Can't afford to block it just yet. But we're going to have to do it next turn. We need an answer, though. Oh, man. If we can only get to our Wrath, that would fix us here. Anything else about it? Nope. They make their token. Okay, so I guess we'll flash an Entity Tracker now. Okay. Stomping Grounds. Get 2 mana. And, oh, jeez. I think this might be it for us. I don't know if any... Okay, well, maybe we can unlock a Spirit here. Okay. Draw a card. Tapped. Because we can't afford to have any more hits. Okay, so... having a Spirit is actually not too bad there. It's big enough where we can stop things. Affinity for enchantments with Brine Giants. No attacks. Alright, so we can sponge 1 hit. If we don't find anything in the next turn, we will lose. Unless if our opponent has some kind of Wrath or some kind of spot removal. Alright, they turn on Resplendent Angel again. Bird and Gearhulk. Oh. Yeep. Oh boy. So, 2 6/6s. Dang it. Okay. So in that case, then. Oh man, we have to do a bad block here. Well, that's not fun. I was hoping that we can just block at least and let Resplendent Angels live, or at least we could trade with it, but we can't afford even to do that. So we go to 1. All right, come on, deck. No wrath. Okay, so in that case, then, yeah, I guess that's it. We don't really have much of an option here. I mean, I can mill here for 4, draw a card. We didn't get anything here that helps us out. Dang. Card? Nope, nothing. Toots. Okay, well, I guess we're cooked there. Well, can't win them all. But that's okay. We started building to our momentum, but our opponent, once again, just blown away. Which, again, it'll be something I'm going to address, of course, once we get to the end of the stream. But it's okay. We've been doing pretty well overall with the deck. Definitely once we upgraded it, it felt a lot better. Okay. So, shaking it off here. We will see in a bit if we can still pull off a victory here or two. I would love for us to get a couple more before we end today's stream. Alright, so let's see. With that. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So we got right now, which is Enchanter, Temple Garden. Is that enough to really cast anything? We can't really cast anything then. Toots. Okay, that's fine. Mulligan. Oh, we got the World Tree. That's cool. That actually might help us out. And we got the Naturalist. Okay, this looks a lot better. This is playable. We have our win con here. I don't know if we can pull off the win con with this, but we're going to try. We will try. So our opponent gives us a moment here to actually acknowledge stuff. Opponents. Opponents. Hello. Opponent, did you need to go get your Amazon package? Are you using the restroom? I mean, if you're using the restroom, I totally get that. I know how that goes. Sometimes you have some lengthy moments when you need to take care of your personal business. But while our opponent is trying to figure out life right now. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. They're back. They're back. Okay. Okay, so in that case then, play the World Tree to get us started here. Oh. Or maybe they're not here yet. Opponents? Hello? Hello? Opponents? You there? Okay. All right, fine. Just mess with me there. I thought we were going to have a game, but okay. All right, so I guess we'll swing back to what I was going to ask. So, question for everybody now. Whether you're watching live or on the replay here, what are your thoughts, again, with the upcoming set? Or with, not Avatar coming up. Let's talk about 2026. So, Lorwyn, coming out in January. That's actually going to be a lot faster than you think. So, are you all excited for Lorwyn? It's going to be one of our few pure Magic sets coming out in 2026. Are you excited for that? Are you looking forward to hybrid mana being more of a thing again? Let me know in the comments, everybody. I would love to hear from you guys. All right. I don't know if our opponent's actually there. They threw away a Plains, but okay. Okay, they are there. Huh. Okay. Strange that they didn't play the land the first time, but okay. I guess we'll take advantage of that for us. Oh, okay. So they did give up. All right, that's fine. Well, I mean, hey, free win is a free win. Sometimes you just have to take them. It's all good. No big deal. All right, wait, how many wins have we got today? Okay, we actually have had a decent amount. I mean, mixed in with the real ones versus the free wins. I mean, that's been, what, 7 wins? Because I know when we started, we had already 1 daily completed. But so far, it's been pretty good. Oh, okay. And then also I have another question for everybody. So I'll put this up on I know I put it up on a poll a couple weeks ago, but I did ask everybody, and it seems like the consensus is most of y'all want to see me do more standard decks in the future. I'm happy to oblige with that. However, not quite yet. I'm kind of waiting until we get rid of Vivi in Standard and a couple other cards that hopefully will get banned in Standard. And then we will go back to the Standard format once we get to Avatar. So I'm excited to hopefully play some Standard decks again with Avatar cards. And hopefully all of you will be looking forward to that as well. Having said that, my next YouTube video, we'll talk about this a bit more, does address some of my concerns about Standard. Hopefully that'll all get resolved soon by WotC, but I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Leyline of Combustion. Okay. Well, our opponent is playing Perforos. We played Perforos actually last year, so I do know what he's capable of. He is going to be a gnarly commander to deal with, but it is not impossible. We have the right pieces, because ironically, enchantment decks are one of the tougher decks for red to deal with. Cathartic Pyre. Okay. Looks like they're going to try to get the ramp going. Alright. Seasoned Pyromancer into the yard. So this does give us the time we're going to need to actually build up to what we want. Okay. Tapped. Play the Baelmerk Leech. Okay. If they bring in a creature, and they do, General Krat. Raffine's Tower. Glassworks. So are they a Goblin deck? Because actually that's how our deck was designed before. Damage to everybody there. We take him to 22. Once we get the Nexus Wardens in, then we can actually start going off Constellation. Ooh, okay. Those coming in already. Okay, so I think Nexus Warden's what we're gonna need to actually stabilize. Down to 20. Once we can get out another land, hopefully, we can play the Ritual Chamber. Oh, soft. Ouch. Okay, this is going to really hurt here. Hold on. Okay, non-combat damage. Down to 13. Okay, so this means we have at best what? One turn? Oh boy. Ugh. That was not fun, but Ritual Chamber. We make a big flying demon. We gain some life. No attacks. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be stable now against mono red here. They have plenty of mana to work with here. They start pinging us like crazy. Twin Flame time. Wow, they are just big red cards. Alright, we're dead, aren't we? I mean, I can sponge a hit here. Okay, the leech goes bye-bye. Okay, Dollmaker's Shop. We'll unlock here. Dollmaker's Shop. This is mostly just to get the triggers to go off. Gain some life. No attacks. Triple card. We drain him. We gain life. But that's not going to be enough. Against a big red deck like this, yeah. Go to 1. Yep. Dang. They beat us. Big red. Alright. I mean, here's what it is. So looking at the clock, I think we could squeeze in maybe 1 or 2 more games, depending on how long this goes. Let's make it 2 more games, everybody. 2 more games, no matter what, and then we will do our wrap-up. But thank you, everybody, so far who has been here throughout the course of today's stream. I really appreciate all y'all. But yeah, let me know also, something non-Magic related. Is anybody out there celebrating in 2 days Halloween? And if so, what are your plans for the holiday? Are you kind of like an old man like me now where you just kind of hand out candy? Do you have little ones that do trick-or-treating? Or do you just have fun with costumes? What are your thoughts, everybody? I want to hear from all y'all about what is going to be your plan, if at all. And if you don't celebrate, that's totally cool too. Well, you guys take your time to answer me on that one. Looks like we're playing against Kemball, Profiteering Mayor. Okay. So, be an interesting one. It's going to be Token Shenanigans. Fire Triumph. Okay, we will have to hurt ourselves for a Witch Enchanter, but we have a small price to pay. Oh, actually, never mind. Let's play the Skull Snap. Okay. Skull Snap. Nuisance. So once we start getting our enchantments going, should be good to go there. Ooh, Spelunking is actually perfect here too. So, take some damage. Small price to pay though. Spelunking is what we need. Alright, so we can Surveil. Ooh, Gremlin Tamer will keep that. We'll draw. While we don't get an actual land, that's fine. Gremlin Tamer actually can help us build out what we need. Okay. Do they bring out Kemble now? Not yet. Preacher of the Schism. Baelmerk Leech. Okay, so... Nexus Wardens. Swing, down to 23. So our opponent's going to start swinging a Preacher of the Schism. If we can just get another land, then we would be perfect here. Ideally, another white or blue source would be great. We'll see what we can grab. In any case, though, opponents, what you got? Opponents, you there? Hello? Maybe they also have to use the restroom, or maybe they have to get their Amazon package from the delivery driver. Who knows? I'm going to place money that they probably forgot something in the microwave. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, opponent, don't keep me waiting forever. We also have stuff to do outside of Magic. Actually, I'm planning on trying to do some recordings as soon as we're done here. Okay, opponents? You there? Oh, okay, they're back. Okay, they're back. Okay, good, good, good. But the clock is ticking, opponents. A move needs to be made or else your timer's going to be done. Oh, okay, they got their own room. Funeral room. So this was actually one of the only rooms I did not add to our deck. Only just because I wasn't sure if that was actually going to be helpful for us. Because although our deck does do a lot of stuff with creatures, I don't know if that was going to be enough, though. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get this going here. Jukai Naturalist. Opponents. Alright. Gain some life back. And also we can surveil a bit. Ooh, Idyllic Tutor will be nice too, but I'm probably gonna hate myself for that, but I want to keep it on top. Opponents. Anything else? Get our swings in here. Down to 20. Little by little, trying to slow them down, but we are not hitting our lands, and that really is hurting us right now. Caretaker Salad. Okay, so tokens coming. Yep, tokens are coming. Get to draw their cards. Okay, no blocks yet. We still have plenty of time. We can still pull this off. Idyllic Tutor. First off, we'll get this Contestant Champion going. We will only attack with the Nuisance. Because we have one black source open, and I don't want to lose our creatures just yet. Okay, so if the Contestant Champion sticks around for at least one turn, maybe we can start going off here. So the board Cutthroat. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of life gain and drain shenanigans coming up. Alright. So they got their little combo pieces coming. Okay. Caretaker Talon doing more stuff. Block here. That's their life gain and drain shenanigans. Ouch. Okay, so Gremlin Tamer. Destiny Spinner. This is an enchantment, so that does trigger off a lot of stuff, which is good. Okay, we'll throw away the Fast and Furious. We don't need that right now. We do get to draw a card, though. And, okay, so at least it's a source. This time, no attacks. So we might have to start doing some chump blocking if we want to slow down this very annoying game plan. Okay, Griffith Airy. Okay, so more tokens are coming. Lunar Convocation. Is that enough to kill us? I guess we'll find out here. Okay. This time we will just block the Preacher. Down to 14. That does mean that there's some life gain shenanigans going on. Annoying, but it's okay. Alright, Alright, so do force a way to sacrifice their creatures. That way they can drain us a ton here. They're going up a lot, though. Draw some cards. They make some tokens. Make some more card draw. Okay, Unholy Annex. Alright, so... we don't really have anything that can actually help us out here per se. Unholy Annex will be nice, but... let's get out Idyllic Tutor. Okay. What is something I can play? Ooh, maybe the Dollmaker Shop. Okay. That might be it. Okay, Dollmaker Shop. Alright. Surgical Suite. Well, don't need that now. We need the... oh, Source of Plowshare will be nice if we can just untap. Oh, wait, we can't even attack. No attacks. Okay, so... did they win this turn? This is going to be pretty much their life gain and drain turn here now. If they don't have it here, we can possibly make a comeback next turn. Or not. Okay, so sacrifice here. Sacrifice... yeah. Wardens. Okay, is that enough to drain us? Alright, 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, well, I mean, that is Aristocrats for you, everybody. But that's okay. We're going to breathe in and out. We're going to do one more game. Win or lose. And then after that, we'll do our wrap-up. We're getting near the end, everybody. But again, I still appreciate all of you that are here today. One more time, again, it's just, as much as I would love to stream a little bit longer, this Fireball, of course, has other things that I have to take care of. So we'll be wrapping it up soon. But again, all of it will be still available for replay across all socials that we have. So it's everything, wherever you're watching it from. X, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Well, actually, hold on. Instagram has been making it kind of hard for me to put up replays now. So unfortunately, until I can get that fixed, I might have to do an alternative just to promote it on Instagram. But we'll talk about that again another time. Okay, so... final game, everybody. Let's see if we can get one more win out today. I would love for us to end today's stream on a win. Okay, so we do have Wraths here. We have our Samurai. Our opponent's playing the Scarab God, which is going to be, again, a tough card to face, but it is not impossible. Okay, so we got our Triome. We will play next Spring into Glimmer. So that means our greenhouse can do its thing. Or maybe not. Okay. Threat down. Down to 23. Okay. Gotta do what we gotta do in order to slow down things here. Oh. Alright, that's annoying. Alright, so that slows us down ourselves, but not by a bunch. Okay, we fix our mana. Okay, Rickety Gazebo. That might be helpful next. And also we can Wrath if we need to. Is this enough? Dazzling Theater, okay. Play the Dazzling Theater. Well, I guess this might not be the game we'll get off the room win con. We haven't been... oh. Opponent already? Okay, well... that's not how I wanted to end the stream, but okay. I guess we got to win there. But I still have to adhere to my schedule, everybody. So we're going to cut it there, even though our opponent kind of just gave us the win. So it is what it is. But let's actually go over what we want to do. So let's actually talk about the Haunted Mansion overall, everybody. What do you think? Do you like this deck? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? To be perfectly honest with you, I like what the deck is trying to do. I actually overlooked Marina quite a while ago just because she was so cookie cutter. That's probably the only thing I would say that's negative about the deck. Because of Marina herself, literally she has to be by default your commander because she only works with room cards. She can kind of work with enchantment cards, but you really want her for a room deck. So that's just one of those FYIs for you. That's not to say you couldn't use her for an enchantment deck, but her ability doesn't really help you if you don't have any rooms to work with. So keep that in mind again if you want to build this in a different way. If you want to put in other enchantment pieces, I mean, there's a couple I actually kind of overlooked that may actually be better for the deck. So There was one that I realized we actually forgot about, and it just hit me on my head around that. Oh my goodness, I'm so dumb. I didn't actually play this card. So the card I was talking about, the cards that help you with your game plan a lot more. You can do a lot more card draw with the deck. There's tons of different pieces you can add in. So obviously cards like Calyx Guided by Fate, that actually might have been a little bit better for us if we want to go in that direction. So cards like that can help you out a lot more. I know we didn't really get a chance to go over a lot of these upgraded ones, but that'll be cards that you want to put in for the stuff here. Yuna, Hope of Spira here, also another amazing card that actually might be better for you. Although she doesn't help out rooms per se, she can keep bringing back enchantments. The only awkward part is because when you bring back the enchantments, you don't get the value from it until you unlock the room. So you still have to make an extra step, but Yuna's good if you want to recur your rooms. So just keep those cards in mind again. Otherwise, not many notes I wanted to say about the 5-color one. It can work, but it is going to be a little janky to make it work. So just keep that in mind if you do want that. With the upgraded deck, I know we didn't touch upon too much of it, but there are going to be some pieces that, yeah, wait, hold on. I can't spell. I'll just do it this way. So upgrades. So things that we didn't even consider, but if you do want to look at it and consider it yourself, if you want to slow down opponents, you can play cards like Deafening Silence, forces everybody to play only one non-creature spell each turn. So aside from creature decks, still pretty good. Other cards that can help you out, Authority to Consoles. So this gives your creatures, this will force all your opponent's creatures to enter tapped, so you can gain some life off of it and then buy yourself the time you need. Elsa the Life's Bounty may not look like much, but this can protect an enchantment you want to if you need to do something in a pinch here. Otherwise, in terms of other enchantments, it kind of, again, just really comes down to how you want to build the deck. If you need more incremental life gain, cards like Nyx Fleece Ram are perfect for you for the deck. If you want to provide more protection for yourself, you can throw in, again, cards like Seal Away here, which can stop attackers. If you want to then slow down your opponent, Ghostly Prison also could be a good card if you want that as well. Again, I can keep going on and on about, because there's so many ways you can build this. If you're looking for more card draw stuff, you can put more enchantment creatures and use cards like Curious Obsession to help you draw more. If you want more artifacts and instants and sorceries that you want to build into, Storm Chaser's Talent could be helpful for you. Or otherwise, auras can also kind of mess with your opponent too, because it forces them to lose their creature's abilities, but they can't die. So that also can be good stuff for you overall. You can also try to focus a little bit more on a mill package. There are some mill enchantments that you actually can use if you want to go in that direction. If you are going to then try to dig out some non-creature, non-land cards, you can throw in Search for Escanta also for more value there. Touching upon black, cards that you can use here. Oh, actually, High Noon also could be good too for slowing opponents down. If you want to focus a little bit more on the enchantment package here, there's going to be some cards like Paying Life for Argyl's Bloodfast. That could be good too. Again, if you want to do mill, you can throw in cards like Scavenger's Talent as well. And not much else actually. I don't know if black would actually help you out too much here. I mean, if you want to go discard route, you can do stuff like Waste Nots. So that also could be something that could be interesting for you. Red enchantments also, same thing. It's going to be a little tricky because it kind of depends on how you want to build it. But cards like Artist Talent, I probably would say would be a great option for you if you want to just go on that game plan there. And otherwise, other cards that will help you with your game plan, Underworld Breach, if you actually want to play it in a more of a graveyard style. But otherwise, not much else I would say there. If you want to focus a little bit more on the ramp package, you got plenty of options like Utopia Sprawl here if you want to. That's not even actually it's actually even good. It's not even has to worry about budget for that one because it's a cheap little card. Or other cards that can help you with the plan. Like you throw in other cards like, what is it? Where's it at? So you can use cards like Shigeki here. I'm just pooping out here. Sanctum Weaver also would have been also amazing for us for enchantments. So the cards like that actually can help you out quite a bit with the deck there. Up the Beanstalk also can help you draw more cards if you'd like to. Wolf of Lowhaven for a little bit more ramping. So yeah, there's plenty of other stuff you can play with. Enchantress Presence. There's a lot of cards I omitted because the deck, because it's 5-color, you don't have enough room for every single one of these cards, so you're going to have to really kind of sculpt your deck in a very specific way. If you want more card draw, again, Enchantress Presence here. If you want to ramp a little bit better and have everything fixed more, Dryad of the Ilson's Grove would be better for you. But again, I can go on all day, by the way. My point I'm just trying to make is there's tons of options for you. Summon Bahamut if you actually want to have some kind of really massive bomb just to blow up stuff and just smash opponents. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff you can use. But again, it comes down to what you want to do with a room deck. There's plenty of things you can do, and I can literally go on a whole nother stream about, what you can do for 5 color. But I'll leave it at that for now, and again, I will leave the links for you. Now, before we go, since you made it already this far into the video and the stream itself, thanks again for hanging in there, everybody, my true fire friends. To give you a little idea as to what's to come, the decks are not quite done yet, but we have some stuff lined up once we get out of the spooky season. We also are going to continue on our Basically series, so we have Basically Slimefoot and Arabella. Those will be our 2 new dual-colored budget decks. No rares, no mythics needed, just super cheap, fun decks for beginners and budget players alike. We're going to see if we can try to make a Red Prison deck work in Timeless, but this is going to be very hard to do on the tight budget we're going to work with. We'll try to trim it down to maybe the cheapest will be 16 rares at best. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. Same thing with Goyfs. It's going to be a Timeless deck also, but we're going to see if we can try to trim it down to the bare bones and see if we can still make it work. And also one of our future Brawl decks, Team Fleam. So Fleam is actually a really fun little card here. I'm still trying to see if we can make it work, but also at the same time, no offense again to Omen Pass / Spider-Man, but I'm kind of over it already. So I don't know. I was trying to build this deck, but I kind of lost interest a little while ago. We'll see if maybe we can try to reinvigorate myself a little bit later on. But those are some of the ideas for decks that are coming out. As for our next YouTube video, that should be coming out hopefully Monday or Tuesday next week. And we're going to be talking about one of the most frustrating things currently going on. The issue of Standard and how we find a way to fix it despite all the stuff that has built up to make it very meh right now. But that'll be, again, another video and rant we'll be doing again. That's going to come out next week. Until then, that is going to be it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you one more time to everybody that did show up today. So personal shout outs to all of you that were here today. So Asper on that does stuff. Thanks again for showing up at the beginning there. Maidon Pi, sorry if I said that incorrectly there, but thanks again for also showing up and chatting with me today. 10,000 seconds. Thanks also for popping in for a moment there. Shout outs to also Magic is Mental Health, also on Twitch. Thank you again for popping in as well. And for some of you that popped up near the end there, Stickman Jake and Paul Spicer Misfit, also shout outs to you two guys as well. I appreciate everybody that is here. Even if you aren't chatting in with me directly, I still appreciate your eyes being on the stream just the same. We're going to try to do this again. Most likely it'll probably be Saturday. I wanted to do a Halloween stream, but also I have an obligation. It's long story short, not to get too personal, but Mama Inferno, unfortunately, does need to go to the doctor on Halloween itself. I don't know why we got that day of all days, but that's the day we were able to book. So that means that I'm probably going to throw out a fun little short for us that day, something Halloween related for the holiday. But that's going to be it for everybody. Friday or Saturday is going to be, Saturday or Sunday is mostly going to be the next live stream. Until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week, everybody. Let me know again what your thoughts are in our Discord about the Avatar cards coming out, and we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But before I go, one more thing I do want to mention, as always, for all of you out there. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again this weekend, everybody. Later.